I literally just walked out of a fashion store. And as I was walking to my car, the car park next to me was backing up. So what I did was I stopped and allowed them to back up. And something told me to just look through the windshield. I looked through the windshield and guess what I see? A beautiful dark skinned sister with a Brad. They were the cutest interracial couple. And I really wish I had caught them before they got into the car. Okay. Um, so I'm just smiling. I made sure to smile at them. The point of this story is when I tell you that more Black women are starting to open up their options, I'm telling the truth. Because literally every week I'm starting to see more and more Black women dating out. Literally every week I'm starting to see more and more Black women opening up their options. And I cannot tell you guys how happy that makes me. Go wherever you are loved. You deserve it, and I am for it. May God bless that couple. God, I wish I could have recorded them. Black women.
So she come up here, and that's where we at. All right, that's where we at.
I mean, I said what I said. It's only so many times you want to keep hearing from the crybabies that they don't want to, they don't want you. You hit walls.
And
You still look amazing like Sierra, and you
well, do
bash.
you think that's causing more division about what you're doing right now? If you're trying to fix it, you would
They
not.
been causing division. The division is
Yeah,
here.
but it's on. I mean, come on now. Two. What they say? Two wrongs don't make a right. So
There we
But
go.
at some
come on
point,
now.
you have to be realistic. You have to be realistic. You can't keep begging for something that don't want you.
Are y'all
I'm not.
They
begging,
ain't
or are y'all
begging.
walking
Yeah,
around with a double barrel? Are y'all begging?
ain't nobody
Come on.
begging. The modern woman
What I'm
ain't
saying
begging.
is, we have had week after week of us trying to explain a quality woman and what you should do, and coffee dates are okay. All right, we all agree, and you still get pushed back as a Black woman. So it ain't no excuse. It ain't no victim Olympics. I ain't looking for none of y'all anyway. But the point is, it's only so long. Pick me. This is what's unfortunate. Y'all don't realize this. It's only so many weeks. Pick me. And I hate to keep bringing up my sister. And y'all know when I do that, I hope if they listen, I'm not doing it to be malicious.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
how many weeks do you think a woman can hear that I've worked on myself? I had a mistake 30 years ago, and but I worked on myself and agree with you and love you and want to cook for you, and you still beat them down. That's why the red pill community is drying up the way it is, because women are like, man, even when I was trying to see from your point of view, you still dogged me. So yeah, it's division there, but it's also understood in some circumstances when you keep hearing, don't nobody want you, you ain't nothing. I know you changed your life. I know you work. I know you don't mind paying 50-50, but we still don't want you. Throw her in the gulag. I can do it because I'm strong, and I'm a strong Black woman looking ass. Look, no, but I'm already married, so I don't. It doesn't offend me when
See,
they
this
talk
is the
crap
end
about me.
result, though. This is the end result of what? We can't sit here at the end of the road after all the dust and settled and try to point the finger at men. We ain't about to do that.
Well, I mean, some accountability does come on men. I'm not saying that. Look at how McKay Michelle just acted, y'all. Who's backing that up? Come on now, it's out here, and every week I hold women accountable, and that's trash. Who is dating her is crazy as hell. I don't care if you're a millionaire or a nug nug. Should no man be talked to like that. It bothers me. But we also, with that being said, we can't act like men are just giving top tier treatment at a collective rate to Black women right now. It hurts. It hurts. And I feel for those women. And that's why I'm up here, because there are some women who do have a baby, and God love people like Pick Meek, or people like y'all would say Lamb, who is gorgeous and is at the pre-wall set. Ooh, don't nobody want Lamb. Bullshit. People want
No,
Lamb. She
it's a
fine.
wall.
And Pick Meek.
Ain't saying nobody want the we ain't never said nobody want the sister Pick Meek or Lamb. We let them, they observe their realities and they see what's out there. Yeah, we could say what we want. If we wrong, but ain't been proven wrong yet.
I,
Ultimately, I think today's modern woman, like you said, why would these sisters keep trying to deal with they melanated brothers when they begging to be accepted? And my pushback on that is, not only are melanated women not begging, they're not even raising their hand to be picked. They have shot down and demonized the whole term pick me. So let alone raising their hand to be picked, they definitely ain't begging for a daggone thing. Today's modern woman has completely forfeited her feminine and submissive nature, which is, if correct, about the root of her power and gravitas, but it's been abandoned. And the ultimate outcome from this is not going to benefit the boss CEO modern woman. The end outcome is going to be very desperate and dire. So that's
well, you have Mr. Walker, you have different types of women. In some cases, that's facts. That's a mic drop. But in some, also in other cases, you have lambs, you have pick meats. You got a lot of us who might not be cookie cutter perfect, but we still will make an amazing partner. So that's the woman I'm speaking of. I'm not speaking of the ghetto ratchet K Michelle who out here traumatizing men. You know, of course, girl, whatever, do whatever you're gonna do. You're gonna take that attitude. Like they say, wherever you go, you take you. You could date a white man all you want, but if you still got that K Michelle attitude, who is dealing with that? Ain't no Asian, African, even passport, what they call a green card bay dealing with that for too long. So that's true. It's bars, that's facts. But you also have a large group of women who ain't K Michelleing it out here and are still not being represented properly. That's all I'm saying.
He says you can't shame men for paying for a cat overseas when when most women here have a financial requirement just to consider being with the man.
They have a standard. A standard, like RBN says, does not mean you're entitled to my money. So a woman is just like saying if a woman is talking like, hey, Michelle, that's a standard. Every man got a right to have that standard to not deal with that craziness. So it's a difference from a woman saying, oh, here's my number, pay my phone bill. That's ghetto and ratchet and delete her number, right? You know, with that being said, you have women who, yeah, they don't want you to not have a job or maybe just making $20,000 and okay with that and don't find a problem with the $20,000 in 2023.
He says, are B dubs getting rejected or they just don't qualify? If I apply for a job without credentials, did they reject me or wasn't qualified in the first place?
That's a perspective, and it's true in some cases when we have the 5 who think she's a 10. So that is very much a part of this, but that is not the only part of this. So you know, that's
so
what
as
it
far as
is.
qualifying for these men that they want, can we not say that being aggressive, having a child by nug or two would disqualify them for the position they are demanding with a man, monogamy and commitment?
Like you said, that's where we get into probability. It depends on the woman. It depends on the man. You don't want to keep doing too many things to put you in the hot seat. Of course, that's not smart. You're having baby daddies and you don't, work on yourself. Of course, like you said, you won't meet the type of the type of person you don't want you. But we're talking about the bottom portion of the pyramid, if you will. We're talking about the majority of people, and we're talking about the fact that it is a large group of men who are rejecting quality women based off excuse after excuse after excuse. And then you have a large group of ratchetness on the other end of women. So I think that big mixture and the fact that the red pill ranger probably wants somebody who he doesn't qualify for look wise, he just instead takes the easy route out and makes excuses.
Get a red pill ranger, she on your ass.